Good morning. Welcome to Haventree Parent Podcast, where we get a chance to talk about something that's important to us and to you before our kids wake up.
Today, we are just going to share a family update on what has been going on in our lives and where we're at as we move into this fall season.
Yeah, all right. So like you said, welcome back from our small break we took last week. And for today, we're just going to give you the update on where things are at and what we're looking for getting into the fall. So
Yeah, obviously, with a big family, there's always lots of things happening. And we don't even always know, have we even told, both of our parents? Because there's just always things happening, which is one of the fun and difficult things, I guess,
they might learn it from this. They might hear it later.
About big families.
You might know before them.
I'm just trying to keep track of all of the things and forget to tell, important people important things sometimes.
Even me sometimes.
So
she's like, we're leaving today. And I'm like, to do what?
So I might be updating Josh. I might be updating my mom. Sorry, mom. Might be updating Josh's mom. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
we had those gaffes of communication, we'll call it, because we were going to get an ultrasound for a new baby, and it was she's like, we're going to Wilmington, and for some reason I thought Wilmington the city, not Wilmington Pike, the location Wilmington, and so I'm headed out 35,
driving
we're going to drive for an hour and a half to get to this thing
that he knew we were needed to be there in 15 minutes.
Yeah, we only had
just silly.
We did not leave in time to get there at the time frame that she told me to be there.
And finally, I was like, where are we going?
We passed 675. She's like, where? This is not the right way.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So, those things happen. It's part of life. We've learned mostly to
I did not hear Wilmington Pike. I heard Wilmington. So I was going to Wilmington.
We typically have learned to just laugh about it. Sometimes I get angry still because I don't know. I'm kind of a perfectionist and Josh's head is in the clouds sometimes. So I'm like, how is that logical? And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I am learning still to not be so upset about those things. But
she's a morning person. I'm not. So she tells me things before 10 o'clock. I'm like, I heard one word of it. Yeah, that's the thing. So.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So our updates. So it's fall season here. So we've had some big farm things going on. We sheared all of our goats for the fall, and we closed down our garden, collected all of our final things. And
there's chickens ravaging the garden right now. They're happily eating all of the dead leavings or whatever.
Yeah, and the leftover and the gross tomatoes and things like that. So I've got lots of salsa and tomato sauce and peppers to roast and things like that, which then meant that, of course, I overdid it a little bit. So I was walking around like a hunchback for a few days. So yeah, that was probably unwise.
I was like, I don't know. I was more concerned than you were, I think, at some point. I was like, I don't know how to fix this, but I don't feel like you should be walking around. I can take a day off of work and stay and take care of whatever's going on. So
I was feeling
you just need to stay in bed.
So we've been busy. Last week was just kind of, we took the week off to do farm stuff, and we actually gave the kids the week off from school too. So that was really nice.
Yeah,
and they enjoyed that. And then I guess our biggest, most exciting news, should we share it now? I guess we can, is we have Kenzie's last day of chemo.
Yay!
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. So Kenzie's last day of chemo is October 30th. So it's the 5th? So we have 25 days left of chemo.
Right. Speaking of, I need to get her medicine.
Which makes me want to cry.
Happy tears.
Oh yeah. No, it's been 26 months of treatment.
Yeah.
26 months of just continuing to give her chemo. And
because we had some delays early on that pushed our end date out. Otherwise we probably would have been done back in August, right?
Yeah.
So
and so it's a little surreal, so with that, our little puppy is barking. I apologize.
It's the squeaking. I don't think it's barking. So.
Yeah, I don't know if it counts as barking, I guess, but so her last day of chemo is October 30th. And then we still have 6 months after that of having to be careful. It'll take a while for her body to fully recover and her immune system to be normal.
Right. Well, she has to renew all of her vaccines, which I don't know if that happens in the 6 months or if that happens over the next year.
Towards the end of
because apparently chemo wipes out any previous vaccine she's had.
It can. Yeah, it usually does.
So I imagine they want her system to be
she has to be revaccinated. So during that 6 months where we're off chemo, but we're not fully back to normal, she'll still have to get regular antibiotics. She'll still have to get like regular blood work checks. And so as far as in function, our lives won't really change very much.
Yeah, not quickly. Yeah.
So she'll still keep her port likely until the end of that 6 month time. So we're looking at having her port removed probably in May or early June, depending on kind of how quickly her immune system recovers. So, it means we still have to like be super careful this flu season. Obviously, we're going to have a newborn in 2 months. So, we'll have to be cautious anyway, but, so, we still have one more flu season to get through. And then, we plan to do all the things, go all the places. All the kids have a different, special thing that they want to do. Adri wants to do horseback riding lessons. Sai, I think, is doing martial arts is what he decided. Jay is still undecided at the moment. Kenzie is very anxiously and eagerly awaiting becoming a professional ballerina. She has high hopes that, she will be, a professional in the first 3 weeks of having ballet. Big dreams for Ken's.
Well, I was just saying, I think we've been living on that, like, sort of that dream edge of optimism where we're like been trying to like,
it's coming,
we will get out of here.
We will do it.
There is an end. There is light at the end of the tunnel, all those things.
Yeah.
We want to do these things. And like she said, we'll probably be out and about. Like it'll be ridiculous and it'll feel super weird.
Yeah. If you live anywhere nearby, you will likely see the Gilb crew in full force, often. Just going to the grocery store because we can, as a family. So look out world, we're coming soon, I guess. You have a few more months to prepare, I suppose, but come May,
we won't be home.
So that is exciting. It's finally right around the corner, to have that date on the calendar this month. Is crazy. Send
us all the invitations you have.
Yeah. We will. So this month she does have her last, hopefully ever LP. So we have one more LP to get through.
That's a good celebration. That's good.
One more, big IV chemo to get through. One more round of steroids to get through. Hopefully ever. The other big thing with that is it'll take about 2 months to wean her off of the anti-seizure medication. So that kind of stinks. But
I was wondering if that was going to be closed down, but since with the last LP, I think that weaning down that makes sense. So, because the LP is the issue with the seizure stuff, like the little, what do you want to call those? I don't know, mind gaps or something. So
it gives makes her brain irritated when it's bathed in chemo. So I know it's
hate it. Let's be done.
Yeah. So we're almost there, and it's exciting. We are 2 months away from baby arrival as well. Mm-hmm. We're still kind of working out the name. We think we have at least a first name now, so that is good. But Kenzie didn't have a middle name until we were in the hospital delivering her. So if we don't have a middle name until then, I'm not that worried.
We're great at finding good first names, and then it's like the middle name is like, oh no, what do we use?
It hasn't always been.
What's in the room? Lamp? There's a lamp in the room. Let's give it the middle name.
Adri we knew right away. Sai we knew right away.
Yeah.
Obi you came up with right away.
Yeah.
Kenzie was harder. And then this one has been probably the hardest for us to name, to come up with a first name for even. So, but we finally, I think it's been like just in the last week that we've been like, yeah, this name feels right. So now we just have to work out a middle name. But, we've still got a couple months. We have a nursery that's partially put together. I think as soon as we found out that it was a girl, the girls wanted to get all of the girl baby clothes out. So we have all of the baby clothes washed and hung in the closet. And, Ken's will go in and just like look at the baby clothes and like, this one is my favorite. She's going to wear this one every day. And like, we're going to put this one on her. This will be the first thing that she ever wears. And,
yeah. And I think that's the funnest thing about this is that the girls are so excited to be helpful and like, just want to dress the baby and like help feed it. And whatever. They play mom all the time anyway,
Yeah. Saya's much more practical about it. Like he knows, the baby cries a lot and he likes the quiet. He's been doing a really good job with Obi and interacting with him now that Obi is older and like almost 2 or whatever, and they're having more brotherly bonding or whatever. So Saya's never been super excited about the babies. He's very practical about like there's a lot of crying that happens.
He's like me. Once it's 8 months old, sure, I'll play with it then. So.
Once it laughs, it's cool. Until then, I really don't care.
Exactly.
But the girls are all very excited, and it's just fun to like hear them talk and ask questions and have different little ideas and opinions and hopes, so that is fun to just talk with them about that. And then school has been going pretty well. Jamie has been
Yeah, there was like 2 weeks there where I had to take on all day school for at least 2 weeks because you had
I had like a crazy couple of weeks at work, and so Josh was doing extra school responsibilities.
So I finally got a flow figured out for myself with that because it was like the first few days, like I think for some reason
it was a mess.
It was just like I think we just said it early on, like there was days where I was getting some of them done early, and then the other one would be like I still have 5 pages to do, and I'd like sit with them for another 2 hours after everybody else had finished, and I'm like, this does not feel good, this does not feel right. I need to find a better flow because I'm not able, I wasn't at first able to like bounce around between all of them to like help them learn something or do their school.
The stereotypical bad at multitasking man.
Yeah, right? It was just like I was multitasking them, but they weren't actually doing anything without me over shoulder. So it was like, you guys do this while I'm not with you. That would be helpful because then I can come back and guide you on whatever one you missed or whatever. So figuring that out was definitely a crash course 2 weeks. I think I got to a good point of being able to, just jump them to the next lesson, make sure I was checking all the pages front and back, all those things. Because that was at least like the first day. It was
looking
like,
through all the folders.
You missed the back of 3 pages. Like, what? So now, we have a little better process for that. So those 2 weeks was a big learning experience. I'm just homeschooling, but I still like it. And, I mean, even though they're like crying like, oh, 2 + 2 again? Like, no, don't just cry. Just 10 minutes of crying does not get this answer. Just 10 seconds, just answer it and be done. Yeah. So it's hard for me to struggle with them. Like, I can't do your work for you, but it's so easy. Just do it. So, I mean, obviously right now, in 3 years from now, I'll be like, I don't know, Algebra 1, good luck.
Go ask your mom.
Yeah.
I'm the math person in the house. So But school is going well. Jamie has had 1 full month of doing the remote learning with the public school too. So she's got me and mom who's making her do double duty. Not exactly.
Double school.
Yeah, no. So we're supplementing Jamie's public school remote learning with homeschooling curriculum as well. And it is going pretty well. There are some things that the transition has not been really smooth on, quite frankly. We're still kind of learning her new team because she had to go to a new building for public school this year. And so she has a new intervention specialist and a new everything. And so that transition has been kind of difficult for her and for me, where, we started off and I kind of was like, I don't think they have any idea like where, like what we left off doing, and so there was some stuff that was way beyond what she could do. And there was some stuff that was way below what she could do, and so that was kind of there was a learning curve there. And certainly, you know, even if she was just in the public school, there would be that. You know, and so that's been a learning experience for me too, to kind of figure out how much to sort of stay out of it and let Jamie and her teachers and her support people learn each other and figure that out without me intervening. You know, and how much to kind of provide that support, because she can't, you know, it's hard digitally to say like, I don't know these, you know, or I don't know this, whatever it is. So, you know, so that's been kind of an interesting adjustment. But I would say overall it's going pretty well.
Yeah. And the few times that I would have helped her with her school stuff, because I know you sort of kept that role as just like the contact and whatever for her school. And the 2 or 3 times that I had to help with that, it wasn't, I don't know, too hard to figure it out. I mean, the hardest thing I think for me is when you ask me to do the interviews or the meetings or whatever on like the Zoom,
and trying to find where those are.
And that's the hardest part. I'm like, we just need a list of the code. I can just take the code and copy and paste it in there, and that'll make it easier for me. But the code changes every time they send a new email or whatever, so it's not even like constant, like just sign into this one thing. So
yeah, and I think, you know, because Jamie has, you know, her intervention specialist and PT and OT and speech and the paraprofessional and her regular stuff, like she has a lot of, you know, people that kind of do things differently, you know, and send out the links differently and schedule it differently. And, you know, so it does make it a little bit confusing for us, but Jamie's, you know, just kind of rolled with it. And she loves her main, like teacher. He makes her laugh every day and, has been encouraging and, just wonderful. So that has been really nice.
yeah.
What else? So we talked about school. Josh is still on like evening shift, which we finally have figured out a better way to do. And you know, so that routine is finally working, I would say, really well for our family.
The trick is trying to get out of the house on time. So with everybody up and running around, like
yeah, it is hard.
Obi's down for a nap, but then everybody else is awake. So.
Everybody's like wants to say 17 goodbyes, and you know, last week, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on a second.
or like one of the animals out in the barn or something will break through a gate or try to get out, and there's, you know, drama going on with that. So.
Yeah, or like last week when my back was really hurting, Josh was like, wouldn't leave. Like, do you need anything else? Are you okay? Are you gonna lay down? Like, I was like, I kind of appreciate, and I'm a little spoiled by your like mother henning, but like you also need to go to work. So,
I got there and I was like, okay, there's only like 3 things to do today, so I can come back if you want me to. Like, I will come back. She's like, everybody's already in bed. I'm just going to lay here.
I just going to lay in bed. And then the other really big thing is the kids, for whatever reason, are all very excited about getting a pet. I don't know. It's just all of a sudden, it's not like we don't have enough animals, but I am an animal lover. Like
we all have our own. Yeah.
Would, you know, live in a zoo. I mean, I feel like I do live in a zoo, but, so the kids are all very excited about getting their own pet. And so that is something that will be coming soon. I told them that they have to do their own research. They each have to read a book about how to take care of, you know, fill in the blanks pet, before I would allow them to purchase it. And then so the kids, you know, each get money for different things and birthdays and things like that. And they don't spend a lot of money, on like we don't let them bring money to the store to just buy stuff when we're at the store and things like that. Not that we've actually gone to a store in a long time, but you know, whatever.
Well, I've been wanting to do the little, the 4 envelopes, kids envelopes from, what is it?
Like
FPU Junior or whatever it's called. So,
yeah. So they, you know, just kind of have lots of money. And so
kid money.
Yeah, kid money, you know, just like their $5 for a birthday from, you know, an aunt or whatever. And so, you know, the deal is going to be, I will purchase like the food and the pet and the cage, but any toys or extra things that you want for your animal, you have to buy. So Adri is going to be first, because we're going to kind of do them one at a time. I'm not going to take them all to the pet store all at once and buy, several $1,000s in random animals and cages and things like that. So Adri's going to go first. We're just going to go in age order. And Adri wants a chinchilla. So we have lots of reading and research to do about chinchillas. I'm excited too, because chinchillas are cool. Like, I've always loved chinchillas. They're pretty sweet. And then Jay wants a bird, which I don't know a lot about birds. We were joking that we should get like a bird that talks, that could just talk for Jay. But I've done a little bit of research since, and kind of have an idea of a bird I think that would be good. But, once we get to Jay's turn, we'll be doing a lot of bird reading. And then Josiah wants a bearded dragon. Originally, Adri was talking about a bearded dragon, but then when she realized she had to feed it bugs, she was out. So she read a couple chapters in the bearded dragon pet book and was like, no, I'm not doing that. So that, and then Sai was like, I feeding it bugs? Like, I'm in.
Yeah, he told me, he was like, we can go to that field that we took that hike through, and we can catch all the crickets and bring them back for the bearded dragon.
Yeah. So Sai is very excited now. And Kenzie.
So watch out, crickets.
Yeah, look out, crickets. In a couple of months, you'll be hunted.
I'm not excited about them being in the house.
And then Kenzie does not want another pet at this point. She is very excited to help her siblings with their pets, but she already has a puppy, and she doesn't need anything else.
Oh, she loves that puppy.
And so she was very adamant that she didn't want any other pet. She just wanted her puppy, which is, I'm totally cool with that. Totally cool with that.
Same here.
I'm not going to encourage her to get a pet.
Good grief.
I know. It's like, how about a fish? Like, would one of you like to swap out your very cool animal for a fish?
Fish, a turtle, maybe.
So, yeah. So they're all very excited about that. So coming soon to, it'll probably take at least 6 months before they all have done their research and read and, found a responsibly bred animal and, like whatever.
Yeah.
So it'll take some time. You better believe I'm not going to be cleaning those cages though. So,
I'm not excited about them being up there either. That's the hard part. So
I know. So if you are a person that's ever had, especially like the chinchilla and the bird, I'm like, the kids want them in their bedroom, which is great because it means like the cats aren't allowed in the bedrooms anyway. So it'll be, protective. But like chinchillas are most active like at dawn and dusk. So I'm a little concerned about like the noise. And then birds are not quiet or clean or cuddly or I don't know, anything. So if you have any recommendations about keeping a chinchilla or a bird in your bedroom, I would be all ears. I'm going to be learning alongside these kids over the next few months about these animals. So if you have any advice.
But that's the way she likes it. She likes to keep learning about new things.
Yeah. I'm thrilled. I'm really excited about it. Shh.
Well, that's your tablet.
Rude. I would love to hear it. I'm all ears for any advice or input you have. But yeah, so that's, I think at the moment, the biggest excitement. Last night, Kenzie was snuggling. It was her turn to snuggle before bed. So she wanted to watch YouTube videos of the other kids' animals. So we watched funny chinchilla videos. Then we watched funny bird videos. Then we watched, so there's like a whole group of videos on YouTube about like, I gave my bearded dragon 1,000 worms or 1,000 crickets or 1,000 like whatever. And she was quite entertained by those. She thought that was pretty cool. Kenzie's not a bug person either, but she is very excited to help Sai feed the crickets. She's into that. So, or like big, like hornworms, which I was like, gross. Kenzie was like, look at those juicy worms. I was like, okay.
Too much Lion King, Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah. So
it's a grub. What's a grub?
Yeah. She really wants a pet monkey. And I was like, when you go to college, you can have a pet monkey. I would love a monkey, but I have a lot of like ethical concerns about the way that they're raised and the way that
we told her, we were like, you just go work at the zoo in the monkey.
Oh yeah. So she's going to be a monkeycologist. She tells us now.
Yeah.
Whatever. You do you, girl. I'm excited for you.
Hey,
but
perfect.
Yeah. I mean, so that's kind of
one of them has to end up in the zoo with everything going on. So.
I mean, like I said at the very beginning, I feel like we kind of live in a zoo.
Maybe the other ones will go to the circus. I don't know.
Very appropriate. Any other updates that I've missed?
I think those are the big ones. So yeah.
Baby, Kenzie.
Chemo's ending at the end of this month. And school is doing well. Yeah. More animals on the way or horizon, whatever you call it.
Yeah, we'll have lots of baby animals in the spring too. So I'm hoping we can like get our pet situation settled before spring babies. That's kind of the goal.
Yeah, because we'll probably start ramping that up to once chemo is over, because we sort of downsized once she was diagnosed. So
yeah, and
we haven't talked about that plan yet.
We're gonna have another herd of alpacas. That's the plan. No, just kidding. Maybe.
We'll see. I can see a few more goats, but we'll see.
Yeah, a few more goats, maybe. Get some rabbits again. I miss having rabbits. I liked our rabbits a lot. But
so obviously we'll be doing lots of things outside of the house, and we'll be getting a lot more animals in the house.
Yeah, so lots of exciting things to come. We've got the holidays, a new baby, and then it's going to be
busy. Just busy.
Planting new garden is going to be exciting. And having baby goats and chicks and maybe get a new baby calf. Don't give me that look.
I don't know.
Josh likes the baby. So here's the other thing. This is the secret. You heard it here first. Josh is a sucker for these animals. He lets me do all the talking and be excited about it because he likes to just smile about me being excited about it. But Josh is a sucker for these animals. Like he'll be like in the kitchen washing dishes or something and just like holding a puppy. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, what? He's just snuggling a puppy like while he's going about his day.
Easier to snuggle than a bearded dragon, I'm sure.
Or like I'll go out and he'll just be like talking to the pig while he's outside. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, nothing.
Pigs are basically like dogs, so it's
so everybody thinks that I'm the animal lover and that poor Josh has just been suckered into this. It's not the case.
I call my cows the house cats of the field, so
he goes out there. He probably has more animal pictures in his phone than I do. He gets such enjoyment out of these critters.
Obi was in the ones I took yesterday. It was Obi's pictures of animals.
So do not be fooled. I am the vocal animal lover and vocal plant lover. I love all things that are alive. It's just exciting, to see new, your plants, like they grow new leaves and it's like, look at that cute little baby leaf. I don't know. I just get really excited about it. But Josh,
I'm like, when's it food? When will it food?
And Josh likes to pretend that he's not like that, but he's a sucker.
I like enjoying them when I'm with them. So it's, why talk about it if I can just go outside and walk with them? So
yeah, he's a sucker for them though. So don't think that he's just being roped into this. He enjoys them as much, if not more, than I do. Yeah. I'll come and see him like playing Xbox in the evening with like multiple dogs on him and the cat and like, what are you doing down here? Nothing. Like, you're more of like the cat lady almost than I am. They just all flock to you and you just enjoy being.
I don't understand it.
Being covered in them. So anyway, that's kind of all the updates here. So like I said, hopefully mom and second mom, you didn't get anything new that you didn't already know. I don't think there were any surprises for you today.
Nope.
Okay.
It was good. Good so far.
So there'll be lots of exciting things to come.
All right. So like, subscribe, follow, share this video to other people so they can laugh at us. And we will see you on the next adventure.
Bye.
Bye.